Jeff Spolster, Roving Realtor. Took my car in the other day to get a smog check so I could get the vehicle license renewed. Passed with flying colors, but I wouldn't have known that if I hadn't had the smog check done. Most of the pollutants my car could have been spewing into the atmosphere are invisible, and without a smog check, I wouldn't have known if they were there or not. Same is true of houses. They can look really good on the surface and on the outside, but underneath, you don't really know what's there unless you have an inspection done. You could be buying into a hidden problem, a very expensive problem. Alright, we're here in the house. I've got Kim Herrera here with me. Kim is owner of a local business named Insight Home Services. Primary business is doing home inspections for buyers and sellers. Welcome, Kim.
Thank you, Jeff.
So we're here in the kitchen. Gotta say, I like the cabinets, like the countertops, nice stone, like the appliances. Looks pretty decent to me. If I hired you as an inspector, what would you be looking at?
We're going to look at more than the looks. We are going to test the functionality, and that's the main purpose of what we do. So we're going to open and close every cabinet. We're going to check the countertops to just make sure there's no cracks in it or anything, and there could be structural problems. We're going to turn on the oven, run the microwave, the dishwasher, the stove, the hood. We're also going to look under the kitchen sink, which is very important. We're going to run it, do the disposal, make sure the plumbing's not leaking or we don't see signs of past leaking.
So you're looking for the hidden stuff.
The hidden stuff.
The water damage, the leaks that might be underneath the floor that you don't see because this floor looks pretty nice. Electrical stuff, do you look at electrical stuff?
We're going to test all the outlets and hope that the property has GFI where it's supposed to be. Part of the electrical.
So you're going to make sure this kitchen works as good as it looks?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So Kim, we're here in this big old empty room, a nice living room. Why would I need this place inspected?
It's a good question. What is there to inspect? Well, this is what your house is made of. We've got walls. We're looking for the squareness of it a little bit. We're not going to measure that. We're going to make sure they're not leaning or moving. We're going to look for cracks. We're going to check out the ceiling, see if there's signs of leakage or moisture, cracks, movement. The floor, we want to make sure it's somewhat level. There's no sloping in it or cracking in the corners. Windows, very important. We're going to check for cracks in the windows, the types of windows that they operate, that they have safety glass. Frames tell us stories about the foundation, so we're looking around the frames. There's heating in here. There's also electrical. A lot of stuff in this empty room.
It appears to be so. So Kim, rather than climbing around the attic and the underneath the house, I see you've got this cool model we can take a look at.
Sure.
What are you going to show me?
You and I don't want to be under the house, so let's do it this way. This is my model home. It's also a convertible home. Use this to show you what we're going to inspect on the house. We're going to look on the outside of the house, the windows, the siding, the doors, the vent screens, plumbing, electrical, everything on the outside, drainage conditions. We're going to go on the roof of your house. We're going to do check all the plumbing vents, the shingles, the gutters and the valleys and the downspouts and the chimney and the fireplace. When we do get up in the attic, we're going to look at the structural members of the attic. For instance, rafters, collar ties, purlins, eaves. We're going to look at the sheathing, the underlayment of the roof, any venting that's in there. Okay, so when we go under the house, like this, we are going to be looking at a lot of things. This is a really important part of the inspection. We're going to be looking at the inside of the foundation system. We're going to be looking at the ventage, any moisture issues, any movement issues or signs. We're going to look at the supporting joists, all the framing members in there, the mud sill that attaches the house to the foundation. We're going to check on the anchor bolts, make sure they're in place and performing. This is a very important part of the inspection.
What about plumbing under here?
Oh yes, the plumbing tells all kinds of signs. This is where it leaks and you don't see it for a long time. So that's one of the most important parts under the house.
If I've got heating and air conditioning ductwork under here, you can look at that too?
Yep, we're going to look at the ducting, whether it's in the attic or the crawl space.
There's a lot of stuff under here.
There's a lot of stuff under there. It takes a good time to crawl around in this dirt.
And I'm glad you're crawling under there, not me. Alright Kim, let's wrap it up.
Okay, so home inspection is really important. We all look at houses and go, hey, this would be great, our furniture would fit here, I like the layout. But let's find out about the health and safety, the functionality, condition of the home, and find out if there's anything really important we need to know about before we make that commitment.
I agree. You want it to look good on the outside, you want it to look good underneath too. That's why Kim is here. So look at it this way. If you're going to get a smog check for your car, if you're buying or selling a house, get a smog check for it too. Know what you're selling. More importantly, know what you're buying. I'm Jeff Spolstra, your roving realtor, wishing you a good home and a good life.